So I'm joined at Cereals today by Chris Slatter, Field Officer for the Rural Payments Agency. Hi, Chris.
Hello.
So I believe there's a new approach to field visits, what formerly was known as inspections. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Very much so. So 2 years ago, we were inspectors and part of the inspectorate. We're now part of the Regulatory Advice and Guidance Service, and we're field officers. Whilst we're still verifying compliance and making sure everything's okay, we're also trying to offer advice, guidance, signpost people to where they need to go and to make sure they're getting things right.
So I believe that's very much at the heart of the approach, isn't it? Helping farmers to get it right as soon as they can.
Yeah, so with the SFI 23, there's now a team of field officers that are actually phoning up new agreement holders, phoning them up to see if they'd like us to go out and give them advice and guidance on the regulations or prescriptions that they need to carry out to meet their agreement, to make sure they get it right from day one, rather than us coming out 18 months, 2 years into the agreement and finding out they didn't actually really have too much of an idea of what they were doing, because there's quite a lot in there.
This approach is across all schemes, presumably?
Yes, so it adopted into countryside stewardship about 2 years ago. We gave summary of findings following our visits, moved into the SFI pilot and carried on with that, and it's now carrying on with other stewardship agreements, cattle visits and other schemes that we can carry out.
And how's it been received by farmers? I presume that they're finding that new approach much more useful.
Yeah, well, it seems to be getting out slowly because under the old EU funded schemes there are some quite harsh penalties dished out. With the new schemes there are no penalties anymore. There's a bit of a reduction of payment for something that isn't there, which is fair enough. And we've had people coming up today hesitant about going into schemes and been able to say to them, this is our approach now. And I think we've alleviated some of those fears by them just coming and speak to us at the stand.
Right, as I was going to ask actually that, do you find it useful being at shows, being able to actually talk to farmers face to face and explain that?
I think we do. We can get our message across face to face to them, which we as field officers we can do in our day-to-day visits, but it's on a very much one-to-one basis. Person you're seeing at that day come to the shows, you've got thousands of people coming through the gates that can come and talk to you if they want to.
Brilliant, thank you, Chris.
Okay.